This is page 410, number 21. It says, when they were asked to compare Norman Rockwell's paintings to painter Robert Rauschenberg, the students entered into prolonged discussion about the representation of reality in art. Okay, so here we see exactly what we were talking about. They're comparing Norman Rockwell's paintings to a painter, and we know that's not okay, so we know that this is what's wrong with the sentence. And if we wanted to figure out what the correction is, it would be to those of Robert Rauschenberg. Okay. So that one got spoiled a little bit, but I'll read it. There's probably no story more dramatic than baseball's great hitter and right fielder, Hank Aaron. Okay, so this one's really subtle because here we're comparing a story to a person. And this is the most subtle, faulty comparison that exists. You can't compare a story to a person. You can only compare a story to a story about a person. So this, since we can't fix this, we could have fixed it and said that of Hank Aaron, but they don't give us that option because Hank Aaron is not underlined. Then we have to fix something else about this sentence. So there's probably no story more dramatic than, we can insert that of here, that of baseball's great hitter and right fielder, Hank Aaron. So this is the correction because that is where we can make it clear that we're comparing the stories, all the stories before Hank Aaron, and then the story of Hank Aaron. So it's saying the stories about all the other baseball players cannot compare to the drama of the story of Hank Aaron. So that's good. So that circle originally wasn't actually ruining this one for us. So D is the right answer. All right, number 11, page 492. A mixture of jazz and classical idioms, the music of Gershwin was more innovative than most of his contemporaries. So here we're comparing music and his contemporaries. So that's once again kind of comparing a piece of art to an artist, and that's not appropriate. So we're going to have to replace than most of his contemporaries with than that of most of, that of most of his contemporaries. So looking for that of, and D is the only one that has that. So this is appropriate because it's saying the music, then the music of most of his contemporaries. So I'm just going to read that in so you could hear it. A mixture of jazz and classical idioms. The music of Gershwin was more innovative than that of most of his contemporaries. So that's a good correction because it's comparing music to music now. All right, number 13, page 593. Because of its innovativeness and its effective presentation, Mary's science project received more judges' votes at the exhibit than did Jim. Okay, so what's being compared here? Mary's science project. Okay. Mary's science project and Jim. So you can only compare Mary and Jim, or Mary's science project and Jim's science project. So here you need to insert that of, then that of Jim, meaning his science project. So D is the problem with this one. At the art show, Amy enjoyed looking at her friend Mark's innovative paintings, which she thought were more original than the other artists. Very similar problem with this one. You're comparing paintings and artists. So you're comparing the art object to the artist who generates the object, and that's not okay. So D is the problem with this one because we would need those of here because paintings is plural.